This video will introduce you to Montgomery College Library search tools so that you can find resources for your World Languages Cultural Presentation project. Let's start at the MC Library website. You can access information from here in a variety of ways, but for now we're going to focus on the library's Subject Research Guide for World Languages. Librarians have collected resources that will help you in your World Languages classes, and we've made them available through this guide. To access it, click the Library Research Guides button and select World Languages under Subject Research Guides. Once you're in the guide, you'll see that it has several pages that walk you through different stages of research. The links on the Develop a Topic page help you to find background information on a variety of topics and should be useful for students in any language class. Another video will go into these in more detail. The Find Sources page suggests language-specific resources and provides information on search strategies. At the top of the page, the language-specific tabs include a mixture of different kinds of sources. Let's look at the French tab as an example. There are some links to individual ebooks, like language dictionaries, as well as English language library databases that will have articles on a variety of topics including culture, history, and art. Another video will explain how to search for articles and other sources. There's also a tab with collections that provide access to images and streaming videos. The Evaluate Sources page on the guide will help you identify reliable and credible information. Review the questions on this graphic as you consider a source. For example, if you click the plus sign on the Who section of the image, you'll see some questions to think about, like who is the author or creator of the source? Who is the organization behind this information? Who is the intended audience? You may not need to answer all of the questions here, but thinking about them will help you to decide whether or not to use a source. Look at the tabs above the graphic to see additional information about what to consider for each question. For example, the Who tab suggests what to look for to understand an author's affiliations or background, and links to additional resources to help with this task. The final page on the guide has information on how to cite your sources. Remember that every time you use a source, you need to cite it in two places, within the text that you write and in a works cited list. This page links to the library's MLA Citations Guide and more information. If you have questions while doing research, please contact the library. You can go back to the home page on the guide to contact a librarian by email or to make a research appointment.